Hey, what is up guys, Shad here, bringing you another vlog. Yes, that's right, another vlog. I know it's crazy, right? It's like the title says, it's ridiculous. Anyway, as also the title says, today's the time, the day, the destination, the arrival, I don't know, of my Q&A video that I announced last vlog, which was I think last week or so. So this is really awesome. I'm actually really excited to do this. Now before I start, thank you guys so much for all the questions I got. I got 39 questions that I'm going to use, and some of these questions have 2 questions in them. All I've done is I've copied the image of people who left comments on the Q&A video, as well as Twitter, and as well as questions asked on episode 62 of Paradox, because a lot of people left a comment on that instead of the vlog video, but it doesn't matter, it all worked out well in the end, which I'm pretty excited for. So how it's gonna work is that the questions, I've put them in a random order, so except for the last question was the last one asked just because I thought it was a really good question, and I'm going to answer it fully. Like, I'm going to do all the questions. So this may be a really long video just because, let's just say I answer a question every minute. That means I've got 39 minutes of answering questions and reading them, so it's going to be fun. If it does drag on for too long, I may split this in 2 parts. I highly doubt it though, but I have a plan. So every time I ask a question, I'll appear on the screen, and then, you know, bam, it's gone. So, yeah, enough of me talking about that. Let's start with the questions. So, the first question asked from Carlos de Caravella. I'm sorry if I butcher these names, I'm really sorry, but this question is that if you had a choice to have a Hizzotawaza in real life, example sprint walk, which you could use to, you know, walk around people without noticing, what Hizzotawa would it be? So, like, he said his would be sprint walk. So, that's actually a pretty good question. My Hizzotawaza in real life would be Heaven's Time, just because, basically how Heaven Time works is that you click your fingers, everything around you freezes in place and you can walk around. So that's even faster than sprint walk, and it's a bit noticeable sprint walk. And Heaven's Time, you know, it's cool. You pretty much have the power of chaos controls. That's pretty awesome. You know, Heaven's Time, why not? You know, just bam, I can be in the future. Yeah. I might have had a drink when I clicked my fingers, you'd never know, except for froze time. Yeah, that's actually a good idea, actually. Anyway, the next question is from Mecha Legend. He asks, are you planning to do more fan interactive projects? And now, this is a question relating to the YouTube 11, which I did for episode 50 of Paradox. Basically, I told you guys to leave comments about which players that I have used that you'd like to see in this team, and there was 11 players that made it to the team, blah blah blah, and you guys decided them. So as far as fan interactive projects go, I would like to do more of them, but with how that worked with the YouTube 11, it was frustrating when a lot of the comments were players I didn't use and they didn't meet the rules that I placed in the video, so that was kind of annoying. If I were to do more fan interactive projects, I would what would I do? I would try and be more organized about it and be a bit more stricter about it, because I did let a lot of things slide with YouTube 11 behind the scenes, pulling the strings and stuff. But yeah, I don't have any ideas for fan interactive projects in the future, but it is something I still do consider every so often. So yeah, thanks for your question. I feel like that was a pretty good question. Next question is from FredI.S, and he asks, who is your favorite character and why? This question really bothers me because I have like a lot of favorite characters, just because I think I change them daily, not daily, but a lot of the time I'm thinking, oh, I like this character, blah blah blah. And I really wanted to do a top 10 in Zim 11 characters, or top 11, because Zim 11, why not? And it's always been strong because I love a lot of the characters so much, but I'm gonna have to say Matsutake Hayato, because 1, he is the captain of Paradox, my team, and 2, I really like this character because like he's a character that is like that I can relate to pretty much. I've said this in a video, I don't remember when I said it, but he's a character that I can relate to and how he feels about things, being betrayed by people. There's a lot of things that you don't know about me, and this is what the Q&A was meant to do, to learn about me. But I've had a a lot of times in the past where I myself have been betrayed, and I felt horrible from it. And I can see how Matsutake thinks how he can't trust people, and it took me a while, like Matsutake, for him to start trusting people again, and that's how I can relate to him a lot, and that is why he's my favorite character. And the third reason is that I like his move, his Hizzotawaza being Parkour Attack and Black Dawn Infinity, and his soul's pretty cool as well, and you know, he's just got a really cool design, so that's my reason, yeah. Next question is, will you do Inazuma 11 1 from Marcus Arthur? Now, I think he needs a walkthrough. I highly doubt it. I may eventually in the future go back and play some old Inazuma 11 games, but in the time being, I'm not really considering that, so yay! Next question is from Dylan Bagby. He asks, Dear Shad, will you ever get a copy of Inazuma 11 Go Light and Shadow? I mean, I know you already have a copy of Shadow Dark, but buying Light and Shadow are useless, but, you know, yeah. I probably will. Honestly, if they do come to Australia, I will definitely buy them. I will probably also do a walkthrough of them, just because, you know, it's Inazuma 11, you know, must play it. But, yeah, if it does come to Australia, I'll definitely buy it and probably do a walkthrough of it. So, yeah, your question answered. Alrighty, next question is from Electrovire2405, and he asks, what's the best Kashin you can use on Super Enough? Not to look good, but one that makes him stronger. I'll actually say Saru's Kashin, not Dark Exodus, no, what's his name, Chomajin or something like that, it's the white gorilla thing. The reason why that's strongest is one of the strongest Earth Kashins in the game, as well as the fact that its Kashin skill is that it boosts the power of all your Earth attribute Hizotawazes. So, logic. Yes, there you go. Anyway, next question is from H&L Videos. He says, I just answered that question. Sorry, H&L Videos, I answered that about who my favorite character is. Alrighty, next question. Oh, I feel bad about that. I should have probably proofread a lot of these. Anyway, Robert Hen Hivul asks, what do you think about the English translation of Temba's moves in IE Strikers called Easy Breezy and Whirly Whirly? Oh, God. I found them a little stupid. Okay, I really hate the name. So a lot of the dub names are Easy Breezy is the dub name of Soyokaze Step, and Whirly Whirly is the dub name of Spiral Draw. Soyokaze Step, I see why they changed it, but they would have changed it to Zephyr Step, which is more logical. And Spiral Draw makes perfect sense to leave it like that. Spiral Draw. People don't understand logic these days. Jesus, it's horrible. Yeah, I think they're horrible. I think they're stupid like you. There you go. We have the same opinion. Yeah. Alrighty, Dragon Blaze asks, oh god, I love the story. Continue. Oh, this is going back to what I said in episode 62, which is actually a question that comes up later. Anyway, his question is, what is my favorite food? My favorite food is, oh, that's a good question. I like pretty much all Italian food, even though I'm Greek. My favorite food is pasta, but it seems I'm Greek, I do really love souvlaki. It's great. Go souvlaki. Yeah. Anyway, next question is from Destiny Coordinator 77. What is your most favorite game of all time? Super Smash Bros. Roll. Simple. Joe Davis asks, will you be watching the World Cup this summer for soccer? No, I won't. I personally hate watching sport. I love playing sport. I hate watching it. I find it very boring. Yeah, I've got a great personality. Next question is from Musikoli. Sorry if I butchered your name. I'm going to butcher a lot of these names. Have you ever played Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, and have you enjoyed it? I do own the Wii copy of it. I have beat it. At the time it was really fun, but it's not something I would go now and play in my spare time. I would never do that, honestly. It's not that fun. Hackaroo98 asks a lot of questions. I'm going to answer them how I, every time I read them. So the first one is, how old are you? I'm 16 and I'll be turning 17 in 3 months, so that's awesome, yeah. What is your actual, it's you're actually studying? I think that's what it's meant to be. I'm studying a lot of technology stuff. Because he says here, it's because I made my own PC or something like that. I didn't make my own PC, I paid for a custom computer. That's why my computer's really fast. But I'm studying stuff like Photoshop and film editing at school, as well as a bit of programming and software development, as well as networking, but that's really not enjoyable. I prefer the video editing as well as Photoshop stuff, so yay! Can you show your recording gear? I could, but I'm not going to, because it's literally just my computer and my setup. I might show my setup in the future, but it's not something really important right now, so yeah. How do you make those banners, OP font pics, and on your Inazuma 11 videos? He's talking about my thumbnails and channel background. I make them myself. When I first started with Photoshop, Maurice taught me a few things, and then I started mimicking his style, then I made my own style, and yeah, I'm really happy with how just me using Photoshop, really. It would, some of my ideas, I do take a lot of time thinking of them. I'm actually thinking of a new Pyro Paradox background now, but, thumbnail now, but that's just running through my head right now. I'm not really gonna, just go, and just throw it in your face. I do really like the Pyro Paradox thumbnail now, but it's really hard to make thumbnails out of it, just because of how I made it. Yeah, anyway, where did you buy your 3DS capture card? This is his last question, and I bought my 3DS capture card. If you type in 3DS capture, it's the first link. You go there and you can buy it from either America or Europe. So yeah, there you go. That's all your questions then. Good luck with the girl is what he leaves off. People need to watch episode 62 of Paradox to understand what these guys are talking about. Dragon Blaze again. His question for the Q&A is, are you going to be bringing back some old series like Cube World or Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battles? Cube World, I'll just go into this briefly. These two games, I've done series with them in the past. X and Y being more recent and Cube World being a while back, and I've just stopped them without really saying much about it. Cube World, I highly doubt I'm going to bring that back just because the game was really fun at the time. It was really hyped, but then the developers of the game didn't do anything with it. It was bam, it's done. And it's kind of horrible now because the hype for it has died off and I'm not really interested in it. But it is still possibly, you know, it's alright, I guess. I don't really play it anymore. I don't even have it installed on my computer. Man, I love that game. Yeah, as well as the Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battles, my interest in Pokemon has died down a lot after X and Y came out. I presume I'm going to buy the next Pokemon game, but it's not something I've really been paying attention to. I am, like, in my subscription feed, a lot of my people I'm subscribed to are Pokemon YouTubers. I don't really watch them. I don't find them entertaining anymore. The closest thing I'll get to playing Pokemon in my future will probably be playing Greninja and Super Smash Bros. So yeah, I doubt those series will be coming back. The X and Y Wi-Fi battles, I wouldn't say they died off. I'm just really less interested in the game at the moment, just because it's too time consuming, really. Yeah, there you go. There's your question answered. Game Boy Q16 says, hi Shad, how many matches did you play with Pyro Paradox? And I don't also mean in Galaxy, I mean in Go Shad and Dark, Chronostorm and Galaxy. Which character did you use the most? Okay, so how many matches have I played with Pyro Paradox? Pyro Paradox wasn't really a thing till Chronostorm, but I have used Pyro Paradox to strikers. So I think in my spare time I played at least at least 1,000 matches with the team. Just because I do play it in my own time, you know, it's not, I don't only play it in front of the camera, the camera in front of you, while I'm recording, so there's that. The character I probably use the most is either, it's probably a three-way tie between Tema, Teo, and Shinto, just because they've been in all my Pyro Paradox teams, even in the team in my Go Shine game, that wasn't called Pyro Paradox, it was just called Shad's Nepu team, or Shad's team, or whatever. I don't even have a name for it, that was just my team, really. And, you know, it's probably three-way tie between them, and all three of them are in my current Pyro Paradox team now. Yeah, it's awesome. Next from Twitter, this is a Twitter question, from Fred Usian, or at GameTalker11. He asked, have you ever thought of stopping with YouTube? This is a really good question. I have. There have been, I think, 3 major points in my life where I've really considered stopping YouTube. The first time in my life was at school when I was getting bullied a lot, a few years back, and people were giving me crap because I played Pokemon, and you know, I was really having a tough time with that. I did really think of stopping YouTube just because I thought I would never get anywhere with it. I thought I'd never be remotely successful, and you know, that was the first time I thought of stopping it, and I just kept on going because I thought I enjoyed doing it. I'll keep on going with it. The next time I thought of stopping YouTube was when I got my first copyright strike on the Lighting Shad channel, and that was really rough for me because it never happened before, and I had to be on the final episode of the Shine/Dark walkthrough that I originally did, and that really sucked. But then I just turned a new leaf and started True Pyro Shad from there. And the third time was when I started going back to school after my break was over. This is, I think, last year. And I was thinking to myself, do I really want to do this YouTube thing? Well, my parents say it's not worth putting my time into it. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, if I really enjoy something, I'm going to see it out to completion. And I don't plan to stop my YouTube channel for a long time. So you guys will be seeing True Pyro Shad for a while. Yay! So yeah, I hope that answers your question. It's a really good question. Thank you. Nothing special one. Asked 2 questions. He says, which is the hardest boss you've fought in Inazuma 11 games, and do you plan on making a series on Inazuma 11 online? So the hardest boss in the Inazuma 11 series was definitely the match between in the Lagoon, which is the final boss fight of Chronostorm. The reason why that match was so hard is because they decided to casually let Saru score, I don't know, 4 points in, you know, the second half, and you were down 1-3, 1-4. And you somehow have to play amazingly and get another 4 points. The game that did not give you the 4 points, you have to score the 4 points. And I was amazed when I beat on my first try. I was like, I'm the best! So yeah, that was the hardest boss. The next question he says is Inazuma Online. I don't plan on making a series on Inazuma Online. I might do a video about it, but it seems really boring. Plus, it's written like in Japan, so what's the point? I think I can rant on about this for a while, but like, what's the point of making a game that's online but in Japan only? How does that logic work? It just doesn't. It's confusing. It says online in the title, for crying out loud. It's like saying YouTube is like, oh, YouTube's an international service that can allow you to upload videos and watch videos online. It's only available in America. There you go. There's your problem. Done. I'm done with this. I hope that answers your question. Let's try 2405 again. I'll ask a better question. Another. Oh god, I can't speak English today. Yeah, there's 2 questions here. Who is better in Inazuma 11, you or Maurice? And what is your favorite number? My favorite number is 7 because it's the luckiest number ever. And Inazuma 11, who's better, me or Maurice? Personally, that's a good question. I don't want to be up myself or anything. I personally reckon if me and Maurice were to sit down, he'd bring his strongest team and I'd bring my strongest team, he'd probably win. Mainly because when I went with my teams in that, I go for more of what I like to use. It might not be strong, but you know, I like to use what I mean. Maurice does the same thing, but he showed me a few screenshots with him getting a lot of power when we talk and stuff, and I'm quite scared to go up against that power. That's nothing. It's not in my league. You know, Inazuma, he's just whew, he'd beat me probably, but skill level wise, I reckon we're about the same. So yeah, he'd probably beat me. So it would be nice. I'm not totally up myself. Come on, honest. Yeah, that answers your question. Kevin Lopez asks, how did you first meet Inazuma 11? Did you play the original trilogy, and what made you want to play the Go games? I've answered this, the first question, how did I get into Inazuma 11, a while ago. I know I've answered for a fact because I love this story. So I was probably, 4 years ago, when Inazuma 11 was a new show. I was playing on Cartoon Network and I was just younger watching crap there. I was just going through, it's like, oh, there's nothing really on TV, and I don't really know. I clicked on the Cartoon Network, it's like, what's this Inazuma thing? And then when I clicked on it, I was like, what? And because the first scene I saw of Inazuma 11 was Goenji using Fire Tornado, and I saw it and I was like, this is awesome! It's Soccer Butt! Like Dragon Ball Z-ish! That was my initial reaction. It was really awesome when I first saw that. And there was the original season as well, the very first season where it was the Raymond 11 versus those androids. It was the English dub as well. So it was technically Axel Blaze using Fire Tornado, but it was really awesome, and I fell in love from there. I was trying to keep up with the episodes and I missed one, and I was like, oh, I missed an episode. Then I had to find online. It's like, I'll have to watch the Japanese sub version. That's sort of how I got into anime online as well. So there's your question answered. Did I play the original trilogy? Yes, I've beaten all 3 Inazuma 11 games, the original ones, in both Japanese and English version, except for Inazuma 11 3, the Challenge to the World one, just because that's there's no there's no ROM for that I can download and play, and I don't really want to buy a European 3DS to buy a game that I will play on my own. Yeah, just one time, so that's a waste of $400. And what made me want to play the Go games? I was really still into Inazuma 11 when the Go series started, and I was following the updates with the Go games, especially Shining Up because that was the first one. I couldn't download an emulator for it just because I had what do you want to call it? Oh, my phone's ringing. I'll be 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Phone call, had to answer it. Anyway, with how I got into the Go games, it was I was following the news and that for it, and I asked my parents to because I was like, it was really interesting, and I just wanted to play it. I wanted to learn about all these characters and that in the Go game. And I asked my parents, Mum, Dad, can you please buy me a Japanese 3DS and the Go game, you know, Inazuma Go Shining Up, yeah? Can you buy that for me, please? And my parents were nice enough to get it for me, and I was like, thank you so much. And yeah, that's how I got into it. And then my second 3DS and my capture card, I bought from Japan and I shipped it to America to get the capture card installed, and then I got the other Go games for myself. So I'm not spoiled, guys. God. Image on me, jeez. Anyway, so yeah, that was your question. Thank you for asking. Anyway, Infinity Games asked me what did I get the Inazuma 11 games from? PlayAsia.com. Go there, you can buy all the stuff there. Yeah, that's that question. Demon Dragon Master asked me, am I excited for IE Online? What made you want to start Let's Playing? Do you consider any other games for level 5? And are you feeling hyped for IE Go coming to US and Australia and America? So I said America twice, then I meant Europe. That's what I meant. Am I excited about IE Online? No. I said why before, sort of, so yeah. Am I hyped about IE Go coming to Australia and Europe? Not really. It's just something, it's not something I'm excited about. I just think it's cool that it's there, but it's nothing too crazy. So, do I consider playing other games from level 5? No, none of the games. Only Dumbbell Slinky slightly interests me, but at the same time, I don't really want to learn a whole nother game. Yeah, that's my excuse. And, I don't know, I haven't really watched, I'm not really into Dumbbell Slinky at all. And, what made you start wanting to do Let's Plays? Now, that's a good question, really. I think my very first Let's Play would have been a Minecraft Let's Play, because I used to, in my Lighting Shad channel, actually no, it wasn't my first Let's Play. Ooh, my very first Let's Play is Pokemon Heart Gold, I remember, because the secret YouTube channel, my original YouTube channel. Ooh, That channel's the latest app, I'm finding it. But I'm not even gonna talk about that. My voice, oh god, that's probably when I was not even, oh, it would have been when I was 11, that channel. Anyway, enough stories. So I watched this YouTuber, The Flaming Spade. I watched him do Pokemon Wi-Fi battles, and that really got me into it. It was really awesome. And I saw a while ago there was this guy on YouTube called Uton. He did a Pokemon Rumble walkthrough because I wanted to get the game, but I didn't really know how to buy it just because it was on the eShop when I was that age. And I thought, oh, this is really cool. I want to do this stuff as well. And I remember I used to, with the video camera, I used to record me playing Pokemon and me talking just to it when my mum was like ironing or something. Just right behind me at my desk. Oh, that was back in my old day, but now I make sure my parents don't see me when I'm recording, and no one's home right now, so that's good timing. So that's how I got into making Let's Plays, from watching The Flaming Spade and the guy called Uton who doesn't make videos anymore. Yeah, it's just annoying. Ben Clark, or at BC Kinako, he asked, have you ever experienced a natural disaster firsthand? A lot of people in real life will probably want to slap me for telling the stories. I've probably told this story too many times, but I have nearly died before in my life. When I was, it was when I was, how old was I? I was probably 9 at the time, and me and my family, as I'm Greek, we're at Greece for a holiday. Now we're at a beach there, and you know, it was a bit windy and that, the waves were just waving, and then all of a sudden, the waves were just going, like, just flooding the beach, and I was still casually, I was the only one in the beach. We couldn't leave because boats had to come get us from the beach, and no boats were coming out because of the giant waves and stuff, and I was swimming, and I thought I was having fun, but then I got sucked underwater, and I was unable to get out just because the waves were pulling me under, and I couldn't do anything. My life was not flashing before me because I wasn't really aware of what's going on. I just thought, hey, I'm underwater, nothing bad's gonna happen. I'm just swimming around, but I couldn't move, and I wasn't really freaking out or anything, but I was under there for a while, and I remember one of my legs was sticking out of the water, and my dad, apparently this is what I've heard, my dad rushed into the water and grabbed me by the leg, lifted me out of the water and walked me back to shore, and my dad literally he saved my life that day, and yeah, that actually just brings back some memories. So it was actually an underwater earthquake that happened. That's why it was so wavy. So that's the natural disaster. So that's how it's all related to this question. But yeah, I've nearly died before. So even though I didn't really know I was dying, I guess you could say, but now that I think about it, I'm very scared that I've nearly lost my life. And another natural disaster I've witnessed firsthand was as ironic as this sounds, this is when I was in Greece last year for my 3-month break that I took. Not last year, the year before last year. That was my 3-month break when I went to Greece, and we were at an island there, and it was like we couldn't do anything there because like half the island was on fire. And from where we were, we could see the fire, but it was probably about about 3 kilometers away. So, and there were firefighters there when we were about to leave. I don't know what came over me, and I was just freaking. I had like a mental breakdown when I saw the fire. Now, personally, now that I think about it, I don't know why. If you see me in real life, I like to play with lighters. If I can find one, I play with lighters. And for crying out, my YouTube channel name is True Pyro Shad. Pyro means fire, pretty much. And I was freaking out when I was seeing wildfires that were sort of under control. I don't know why I was freaking out. If people saw me, they would have a good laugh. I was just bleh. But yeah, those are the 2 natural disasters that I've experienced, really, the fire and the earthquake underwater. The fire one I was scared about, me nearly dying, not so much, I'm crazy like that, but that was how I nearly died. Now that I think about it, it's kind of scary thinking that I almost lost my life that day if it wasn't for my dad saving me, so there you go, the more you know, yeah. Next question is from Bladespark Gaming. I read this question quickly. Q&A. Why Hakoru? That's a reference to my Big Bang such supernova walkthrough. Because Hakoru was in the team, and every time something happened to him, I'll be like, Hakoru, why? That was funny. But the real question here is that if you can name your fans something, what would you call us? And back to the girls. Want this question to come up about guys really need to watch episode 62 of Paradox to understand what I'm talking about. But hope she feels the same about you and about the girl. Anyway, if I could name my fans, what would I call you? I don't know. There's a lot of people that name the fans after something to do with the title. For example, the guy I talked about before, the Flaming Spade, he calls his audience the shovels and shovelets, just because, you know, a spade is a shovel. Does that make sense? What would I call you guys? Would I call you guys the False Pyro Shads? Because you're not me, but still, you subscribe to me, False Pyro Shads? That doesn't make sense. That's an inside joke, False Pyro Shad, by the way. Some people will get it, some people won't. So. What would I call you guys? I was thinking about calling you my shadows, I guess, but that's not really cool. I don't know. That's a good question. What? I don't know. I can't really say. I don't know what I would call you guys. So you guys are just guys. You guys are my pals. Yeah, you guys are my friends. Yeah, there we go. I still like to call you guys. I'm sorry. That's what you called. That's your name officially. I'm sorry. That sounds weird. Anyway, next question. The Game Master is that. Oh God! What great timing. Have you ever been in a relationship before? Am I in one? Wink, wink. I got asked a similar question in my previous Q&A, and unfortunately, I have never been in a relationship before in my life. There was one unofficial one I've been in, but that was unofficial, so there's that. That didn't really count. But, yeah, this goes back to the trusting thing that I talked about before. With like with the trusting thing, that this relates to that with my relationships. I'd rather not talk about it because it brings up bad memories. But if you want to know what I'm talking about with the girl, I'm currently I'm in love with the girl. So there's that. If you want to hear the full story, watch episode 62 of Paradox. Totally not plugging myself. You know, if you want to hear the full story, go watch that. I'm just saying, just don't even watch the video. Just put your earphone in and just listen to what I'm talking about, because that's always fun. Yeah, the Game Master needs to see a question. I sort of answered that earlier. So yeah. Alrighty, the Shiny Shisuke asks, will you buy Aigo in Shadow, and do you expect another anime part? I already answered the first part of the question. The second part, do you expect another IE anime part? They're already in the works making the Inazuma 11 movie special, the Battle 11 and the something 11. I don't know the names of both the teams. I don't remember. It's like something 11, the Legendary 11 or something. I don't know. It's I don't know the name of it. I don't know how I don't know this. I did a video about it in my first vlog. But they're animating the match between the Battle 11 and the 11 by the Japanese audience. So yay. Zone Gameplay asks, what do you think you'll be in 10 years' time? What do I think I'll be in 10 years' time? That's a good question. I see myself being borderline successful, hopefully having a good relationship in 10 years' time, probably having enough money to settle down, hopefully. Still probably making YouTube videos. I don't know if I'll be in Zuma though, but I'll still maybe be making YouTube videos. Can't kill that off. I don't know. I don't really see I do see myself being successful, but the one thing I go by in my law book, I guess, what I like to say is that only time will tell where I'll end up in the future, and I'm just gonna go with what I trust and do what I want to do until I get to that point. So and if I want something, I work my hardest to achieve it. So that's one of my rules I follow in life. So I hope that is a famous quote that goes down on a website or something. That was beautiful. And also things will work out somehow. That was my quote, not Tim's. No. Okay. Thanks for your question. The Phoenix Typhoon. That's a cool name. Phoenix Typhoon. I like it. It's like Sharknado. New movies. Do you prefer the enemy teams in the first 3 games or in the last 3 games? I think he means like, do I prefer the bad guys from the Go series or from the original series? That's a good question. I'll definitely have to say the original series just because those teams were a bit more interesting. I do really like the enemy teams from the original Go, Shine and Duck, the Holy Road tournament. That was really awesome, but just in general, the original series had cooler teams. So, yeah. Next question from Kevin Belk, #1, because you know you're #1 of all the Kevin Belks out there, just because that one's there, #1, man, just remember. Anyway, will you ever continue with your Pokemon X Nuzlocke? People need to understand I got a game over in that Nuzlocke. I lose. 0, Kopende. I game over at the second gym. Don't talk to me, I'm done. That was a good series. A lot of people really like that series from what I recall, so that was fun. No. Answer that question. I lost, I got a game over. I might do a Nuzlocke of another Pokemon game, but for the time being, no. Next question is from Trail Phillips. He asks, how did how did I get a Japanese 3DS, and do I speak Japanese? I sort of answered this before. If you want to get anything that's related to Japan games, go to playeater.com. They sell Japanese 3DSs, European 3DSs, all 3DSs, all games from all over the world, mainly in Japan. And why is my printer printing over there for no reason? That's weird. Anyway, and to answer the second part of the question, sorry, that was a bit of a burp. Anyway, do I speak Japanese? No. At most, I've learned how to speak borderline Japanese from watching too much Inazuma 11. Yay. Oh god, that was question 30. Damn, I'm going through these pretty quick. Even before it's been 2 hours. Anyway, Nathan Swift, that's not his real name, I'm presuming, that's the guy name from Inazuma. Anyway, what are your favorite Raymon characters and Raymon Go characters, apart from the main 3 of each series? So that means I can't say Tema, Tsurugi, Shinto, Goenji Kido, or, what's his face? Tsurugi. Did I say Tsurugi? Kido, I think. I don't know. Endo. I don't know. Anyway, so, my favorite characters. What are your favorite Raymon? Oh, okay, this is from the main team. So, my favorite character from the original Raymon team that is not one of the main trios, Kazamaru. He's my favorite of them anyway. And for the Raymon Go characters, I don't know, I don't really like any of the other characters. Actually, no, I can say Karia. I really like Karia. Damn, done. Raymond Go, simple. Both defenders, done. We're good. Next question is from generic Jarnik Dark Claw from Twitter. He asked, why did you stop with Lightning Shad? Now, I sort of answered this before. It's because I got a copyright strike with Pyro, with Lightning Shad story, so I started True Pyro Shad, and then True Pyro Shad seems to be cooler than Lightning Shad, because one, I just spelled the name correctly, because Lightning Shad is a typo, because it's actually not Lightning Shad how he's typed it in the, it's actually, the first end's missing. No, the second end's missing, sorry, so that was a good flaw on my part. I'm a genius. And the copyright strike just sucked a lot, so yay. And so I can upload longer minutes, so I can upload videos longer than 15 minutes. Yay! This question. Oh my god, I'm already nearly done. I'm pretty proud. Mohammed Ali asks, are you going to use the YouTube 11 or redesign it? The YouTube 11 was sort of like a 50 episode special thing. I will possibly use it in the future. I don't know what for. But will I redesign it? Probably not. I think it's really special. If I were to redesign, it'll be a separate team in general. And you know, the YouTube 11 is still cool. I actually haven't played with the team for a while. Yay. I might use it in the future though, maybe episode 75. Cheap specials, let's go. Anyway, Mick Ver asks, is trading players in the Inazuma 11 Go games easier than the original Inazuma 11 games? And in Inazuma number 3, it takes forever to train. I don't have my main team for level 80. I think he means experience-wise. It just depends how much time you put into the game and if you're actually good at the game or not. Because let's just pretend you play 100 teams and you don't get a single S rank. That's literally, and then let's say you play 100 games and you do get, every single time you get an S rank. That 100 games is doubled. You get twice the amount of experience if you get an S rank, as well as if you do well, you get additional experience. Because in the game, you'll notice blue text bars come up above players when you make a good play. The more of those you get in a game, the more XP you get. So it just generally depends how good you are. I don't really know the difference. I haven't noticed it myself, just because I play the games a lot. But yeah, I don't know. It probably is easier in the Go games now that I think about it, just because I don't actually remember actually leveling up a team in any of the original Inazuma games up to level 99. I do that all the time in the Go series now, so yeah, probably because I put a lot more time in the Go series there. Anyway, next question, question 34. Destiny Coordinator 77, I think, did he ask a question before? I don't remember. I have a question about, the first thing is that he would like to ask him a question, but he doesn't want to. Oh, that's because I said not to, I'm sorry. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? And relating to that, what fictional place would you want to go to the most? If I can travel, I've practically traveled all over the world, which I'm really lucky for my age. I'm really grateful that my parents can do all that cool stuff and take me and my family members along. That's cool. If I can travel anywhere in the world, it would be Japan, just because I haven't been there before, and because Inazuma 11, I would relate to everyone over there. I'll be like, let's play some Inazuma 11, and be like, yeah, and I'd win, maybe. Probably not. Yeah. Anyway, relating to that, what fictional place would you want to go to the most? That's a good question. I do remember I would really like to go to the Pokemon universe, but now that I think about it, I've died down with Pokemon. Pokemon would be really cool to go to, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just trying to think now. I'd probably, if you guys haven't seen the Divergent movie, I'd probably like to go to that world just because it seems really interesting. And Divergent's a movie about, I'm not gonna, just bam, movie poster if I remember to edit it in just Divergent. Yeah, it's a really good movie. I really like it. I really want to go see it again, actually. Now that I think about it. I'm making myself jealous. Next question. NeoZine, no, NeoZeron asks, what is your favorite video among all the videos you... Oh, God, what's my favorite video I made on this channel? That's like blackmail. But I love all my videos. I can't just pick one out. No, but I actually can. My favorite video will definitely be my, is actually the unsubscribe trailer now. And the video I put the most effort into is my 3,000 subscriber special, and also the Pyro Paradox completion montage video. And of course, the phone is ringing. I'll answer the rest of this question in a second. Sorry about that. Phone is always my one weakness on YouTube. It always would be like, Shad, what's up? Even though most of the time it's not for me. I need to get a better social life. Not really, no, I've got a great social life. I'm very social. I leave my house on Saturdays and Sundays. Sometimes. Anyway, enough of me talking crap about myself. So this question on what is my favorite video of all time, I said it is my 3,000 subscriber special as well as my Pyro Paradox montage. Basically because that video took me 3 weeks to make. Even though most of the time I put into it was in 2 days, which I put like 12 hours into making it both of those days. The reason why it took me so long is because I wasn't really good at the time. From then, I could probably do that video in about 2 days without putting so much time in. And the other big reason is because I put a lot of effort, even though it doesn't look like much, but I did put a lot of effort into making those background bits for all those characters. Even though now I think a lot of them are garbage, but after then I thought those were things that were amazing, I loved them to death, and yeah, that's my favorite video of all time, and it was a pretty huge milestone for me just because I never actually expected to get 1,000 subscribers, and tripling that's quite impressive. And that was also quite impressive when I quadrupled. I pented that because I got 5,000 subscribers. That's pretty awesome. You guys are amazing. Anyway, next question. Minato Ichiwa asks, I like this game, but why Inazuma 11? I think he's asking why I chose to do Inazuma 11 as the focus of my channel. That's a great question actually, because Inazuma 11 really doesn't have that much replay value worth, unless you want to be a completionist and complete all the extra competitions, which I've done in every game besides Galaxy so far. But, why this game? I don't know. I think it's because I saw on my Lighting Shad channel when I uploaded a Strikers video, suddenly, the very first video got over like 1 million views. I thought, well, maybe I should do this series, just maybe. Maybe I should put in more of this game, you know? And that's turned out pretty well, so, yeah. And I'm still enjoying Inazuma 11 now, so I don't see why not Inazuma 11. Question back at you, that's the answer. See, I'm answering this question with another question. Genius. Next question is, what type of books and films do you like, and what are your favorites books and films? So, what types of movies and films? I like fictional films, sci-fi films, all that out-of-this-world stuff. Comedies are always nice to watch. Books, I've only completed 1 series of books, which was the Percy Jackson series, and is still my favorite series to date. That's pretty awesome. Percy Jackson series, if you don't know what it is, it's about this boy who's half god and half human, because his mum, you know, had something to do with Poseidon. Greek mythology for the win! Anyway, that was so dumb. As far as my favorite films go, I've got a lot of favorite films. I think, like I said before, Divergent's currently one of my favorite films just because I really liked it. Another one of my favorite films was Now You See Me. It's about street magicians that roll people. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's not that amazing, but I said it. Wow, it sounds amazing. It's really cool. If you haven't watched either of those movies, I suggest you do watch them. They're really good movies, especially Now You See Me. That's amazing. Anyway, next question. Second last question. What do I like to do with my family? From Rick van de Hoek. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. What do I like to do with my family? I like to just generally spend my time with my family, I like talking to them. That's like the most I can do, really. Well, not the most I can do, just that, you know, it's something I do every day with them and I really enjoy it. You know, it's not about, personally with me, it's not about what you do, it's about people you're with that make it special. So, and that is another amazing quote. Oh my god, I should be on a website. I should be just like, famous quotes by True Pyro Shad. I don't know, I think I'm just ridiculous. That is the thumbnail right there. Anyway, last question, and probably one of my favorite questions. What is your favorite childhood experience? Asked by Ben Clark, aka at BC Kinekov. So he's asked me 2 questions. Oh, good for you. You've asked me 2 questions. This is question 39. I don't know how long I've been talking to this webcam for. I feel like it's been at least 30 minutes. Anyway, my favorite childhood. This is a really good question. I've had a lot of really good childhood experiences, but the problem with people is that childhood, like, you have good memories and then you have bad memories, and it's easier to remember the bad memories than it is the good memories. So I honestly, from a kid, I can't really remember my past that well. There's just a few key events that I can remember, and I don't really remember much at all. I do remember some things though, so that's great. I don't know. I don't know why I say I have a good memory to a lot of people. I can remember things quite easily, but up until from probably when I was around about, I don't know, 7 or 8 and young, probably when I was about 10 and downwards, I can only remember a few events, like how I nearly died. So I can't really answer these questions that well. I'll actually cut the video here just so I can think about this. It's actually a tough question, so I'll think about this and I'll come back with an answer. So see you guys again in a second. Guys, don't worry, I've thought of an answer now. So my favorite childhood memory, now that I've thought about it a bit, was when I got my very first Game Boy and very first Game Boy game. Now this is really important to me because this is generally where my addiction, not really addiction, my gaming career started. No, when I really got into playing video games a lot than I normally do. So I remember it was probably 8 o'clock at night. This is probably when I was 6, 7. I don't remember exactly how old I was. I was young. Anyway, so I'm just lying down in my bed. I'm just getting comfortable. It's 8 o'clock. I was young. I slept early just because my mum told me, try and go to sleep. Anyway, so my mum knocks on my door and I'm like, who is it? And she opens it up and she brings me this bag, and I'm like, what's in this bag? I open up the bag, I pull it out, and it was a Game Boy. It was a Game Boy Advance. Yeah, it was a Game Boy Advance with Pokemon Ruby. By far one of my favorite games ever. Not as good as Smash Bros. But yeah, I remember opening that up. I was really, really happy. I really wanted to play this game because I saw my cousin play it, and I thought this is the most amazing thing ever. Oh my god, it was awesome. And then I played it. I had a lot of fun with it. If you saw me when I first started playing video games, I was absolute trash. Literally all I did was mash the A button throughout that whole game. I didn't even choose my starter Pokemon or anything. I just mashed the A button, and you guessed it, mashed the A button to victory. I didn't really know what I was doing. And then my cousin taught me what to do, and then I got better at it, and then he did some dog things to me, like stealing my Master Ball and all my good Pokemon. So that was fun. I've talked about that in my Heart Gold series. Another plug, you know what to do. But no, thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble on about just all these, well, not really ramble on about, just answering you guys' questions. I hope that you got an answer you wanted out of me. Hope you learned something new about me today. I hope you can go end this video and say, that's pretty cool. I think this guy's not that bad. Or something like that. But you know, I really hope you enjoyed this Q&A vlog special. I honestly don't know when this is up. I'm recording this on the 30th of what is it? I forgot this month. 30th of April. I remember my months. I don't know when this will be up. I'm presuming I want to hopefully get it up tomorrow, but I do have to edit it. So if I edit it quickly, it'll be up quicker. If I don't edit it that fast, it'll be up not tomorrow. So yay! Anyway, guys, this is True Pyro Shad. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. This is True Pyro Shad signing out. Peace.